Well, not what I would recommend, but it worked, and bear pole's not up yet, so what do you do? All right, good morning, guys. This is where we stayed last night, because all the tent pads are covered in snow, and buried in snow, I should say. Covered, that's a nice word. Buried in snow. So I ended up staying here in the group shelter, but I slept on this bottom bunk right here. There's a bunch of people here last night, really nice people to meet. I'm actually gonna continue hiking on and stay at the same campsite. There's a couple of them tonight, so that's cool. But there is a lot of snow here still, like tons of snow. It's just crazy. So this whole cabin is surrounded by, it's like 3 feet of snow there, which is kind of nuts. So it's pretty crazy. You can see here the sign for the cabin right there is buried. I think the only thing not buried was the toilet. But yeah, that's about it. So kind of crazy, but there's so much snow here, like it's winter wonderland practically. So anyway, we only got 10-11 kilometers to do today. So I'm gonna feel like a bit of a rest day because I was able to split this first day up, or else it would have been a lot of kilometers in one day. All right, so I said we were gonna break down yesterday a bit, so I wanted to do that, but I was gonna say it was pushed through it. It was pretty challenging. A lot of snow bridges, some sketchy rockfall area for sure. I think a bit disappointed in myself for not doing a bit better research beforehand. Definitely would have carried an ice axe. To be honest, I would have carried a climbing helmet on this trip, just for that section alone. Because that was, some of the rock that had fallen off that day. It was pretty big. Like I saw one the size of a refrigerator, one the size of a microwave. I saw one actually fall off as I was hiking. I don't know how big it really was, but big enough that it would have done some pretty serious damage. So definitely would not, obviously, not have done it that late in the afternoon. That was pretty crazy. Would have done it really early in the morning, and probably would have carried an ice axe, and really would have thought about carrying a lightweight climbing helmet. Just heads up on that. If you're doing this trail early season, just think about that. Do your own research beforehand. Yeah, don't go off what the parks people tell you. Definitely do your own research and make your own informed decisions that way, because the rock fall coming off that, like, it's super steep, and it's like it's coming off. Like it's summer temperatures and still a lot of snow. So honestly, if I could do it again, I would probably just stayed at Summerland and then got up like at sunrise and got through that section where it was still really solid. But I didn't, so here we are. But today should be a little bit easier. Only about 11 kilometers we need to go, so looking forward to that. They don't have the bear pole up yet because the bear pole is still laying in the snow. So I was under the impression all the bear poles were up, so I brought just my Dyneema bags. So I ended up just kind of wrapping around a tree and yeah, hoping, saying a prayer and going to bed. So definitely would have maybe potentially brought a bear bag just for anything because of rodents, but it made it work. Or some paracord. I didn't bring any paracord. Not that paracord would have helped in this situation because it's all, you couldn't really, it's just like the pines here. So paracord really wouldn't help because you see all these trees. Your only option is to go around the trunk. So anyway, it's kind of crazy, but there's a lot of snow. So anyway, we're gonna get going to Nickel Creek today. Not very far, only about 11 kilometers. So all right, let's go. We continue that way. You can kind of see the footprints there from yesterday. Okay, so another new piece of gear I want to talk about today, which has proved very useful yesterday, is these sunglasses. So these are the Ombraz Teton regular sunglasses, and I really am liking these things. I know a lot of the YouTubers have been testing these out and really loving them, but I was looking at them and just couldn't really justify the price for not being able to try them on. Like, I have a bit of a wider head, so I find regular sunglasses pinch at my temples. So I was really intrigued by these, but I want to try them on before I spend that much money. I think they're like $160 US, which is well over $200 Canadian for me. And funny thing, Gear Trade in Okotoks, Alberta, got them in the day on Friday, the day I was leaving for this trip. So that was pretty awesome. Shout out to Gear Trade. So another new piece of gear for this trip is the sleeping pad I slept on last night. It is the new Nemo Tensor All Season Long Wide, and it's the first time it actually's ever been blown up was last night. I don't recommend doing it that way, but that's what I did. I had previously tried a Nemo Tensor at home, so I knew the pad I wanted. But anyway, so there's that. But yeah, update on the Element electrolytes. I tried the no flavor one yesterday. It wasn't bad. No flavor, so a little salty. I do like flavor typically a bit when I'm doing electrolytes, so probably not the one I would pick personally, but it wasn't bad. If you want electrolytes but you don't really typically like the flavor of electrolytes, it's a good one. Good one to go for sure. Update on the white chili, or the white chili chicken dinner there by Peak Refuel. Tasted okay, so I don't think I'd do it again, but I think it was pretty gassy through the night, but didn't taste too bad. I give it a 6 out of 10. That's another thing I'm doing different on this trip, is all the suppers I have on this trip are, I've never had them before. They're all new to me. So most of them are Peak Refuel, but I wanted to do that. I wanted to do like a review of all the flavors of Peak Refuel video like that sometime this year. So for this trip, I will be trying the rest of the palette of Peak Refuel meals that I have not had yet. So looking forward to that. Obviously the white chili chicken one, that's all right. Probably wouldn't make it a mainstay in my kit, but it's all right. But yeah, I'll go over each one of those through this trip and let you know what I think of them. Should have brought my skis. Pretty cool view from up here. It's like a nice little viewpoint. Pretty awesome. Well, if you're gonna have snow, you might as well have fun with it, right? I go the easy way. We can go the fun way. It's so crazy. It's like 1 minute you're on nice dry trail, and then the next you're on 2 feet of snow. It's like 4 feet of snow right there. This is the trail. Oh man. And this is nice. This is pretty nice trail. Right now. Still lots of snow, folks. Lots of snow. This makes for slow traveling sometimes. This stuff's not too bad, but you gotta climb up over like a couple feet of it. It's annoying. And all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, look at this. Nice dry trail. And then more snow. and then a nice patch of dry trail, and then more snow, and then a nice patch of dry trail, and then more snow. Yeah, you know, seems to be the theme today. More foresty trail now. A lot less snow patches. All right, guys, 1.9 miles left to Nickel Creek Camp. Here's a good sized log across the trail. Some people might be going around it. You can totally go over it. It's one massive tree. The roots are anyway. Some pretty big ones in here. All right, guys, just got to the turnoff here for Nickel Creek Camp. That's where we're going tonight. Let's go check her out. Forget your massage ball, you gotta not lose the one you've been trying to use there. Oh dear. All right, guys, so like I was saying, I'm trying all new suppers on this trail. This one here, so yeah, the one I had last night was the chili chicken one there from Peak Refuel. It was okay, like I said. The one tonight we're having is the Adventure Pro Meal Premium Signature Edition, the beef stroganoff one from ReadyWise. So we're gonna try it. I didn't look too promising. I'm actually kind of disappointed in the amount of calories it has. It only has 530 calories, which is quite low, because I'm having it today because today was like my shortest day on the entire trail. I think honestly some of my lunches might have more calories. Anyway, so we're gonna give her a shot here once it finishes rehydrating, and I'll let you guys know how it tastes. So far I've been liking all the Element ones I've tried. I tried the orange salt one today, and it was quite good. I enjoyed it. So it's very salty, which is kind of the point, right, of electrolytes. So yeah, I'll continue letting you know how the flavors work out for the Element flavor ones, and also for the food that I'm trying out here as well. So yeah, so far liking most of the gear, the new gear that I've had on this trip. Like the only one that's kind of put some question marks on my mind, I think, is the sunglasses. Maybe it's just because they're so expensive. They were fogging up on me a bit today, so I'm gonna have to try to adjust those a bit more. That being said, I don't wear them all the time, just really when the snow hits. I'm not a huge believer in wearing sunglasses 24/7, like when you're outdoors, just when you kind of need them, when it's just too overpowering. All right, guys, time to dig into this meal. Ooh, I don't know why they said 10 ounces of water. That is really soupy. Like, I thought I wanted. Yeah, it is quite soupy. Doesn't taste too bad. Maybe needed 8, if not even. I said 10 though, that's wild. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do 10. It's okay. I'd give it a, like compared to the Peak Refuel, no, like the Peak Refuel one's better, for sure. Like, it's not disgusting, it's not an open air. Not all open airs are bad, but they're just weird sometimes, you know, I find. But anyway, no, it's not bad. I probably wouldn't buy it again, to be honest with you though. It's okay. For 530 calories, like I can spend $1 or $2 more on a Peak Refuel and get something with way more calories and that tastes, in my opinion, much better. So that is my honest opinion on it. Sorry, ReadyWise. Yeah, that water portioning does not make any sense. So I'll show you guys here. It just really doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just really soupy. So unless it's done on purpose, but it's kind of wild. So all right, the other thing I wanted to try is these guys. I've never tried the cookie bites from them, which are, the reason why is because they're peanut butter flavored. I'm not a huge peanut butter guy, but for the sake of trying all the Peak Refuel things ever made, I need to. It's pretty good. If you like peanut butter. I won't buy them again because I don't like peanut butter, but if you like peanut butter, you're into it. Pretty good. Yeah, would recommend. All right. The one I'm actually looking forward to, strawberry cheesecake bites. This has freeze-dried strawberries and cheesecake bites. Yeah. I guess that kind of said it in the title, didn't it? That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That's a good one. So also wanted to quickly talk about the gear that I forgot. So, maybe gear I should have brought. First of all, should have brought an ice axe. Should have brought a helmet. The rockfall hazards were kind of crazy through the Panhandle Gap section. And would have loved an ice axe, should have brought one. The other thing, so I didn't really forget those, I just didn't know I should have had them. Things I actually forgot. More Leukotape. I usually bring more Leukotape because of blistering and stuff. I only have a very small ration of Leukotape, so I'm hoping not to have to use too much of it here in the next few days, but I did find some blisters on my toes starting to form and I have to tape up, so you know, hopefully we don't have to retape them every day. The other thing I forgot, as I mentioned before, I have the wrong connector on my little pump. Would have been nice to use that since it's super light, it doesn't take much power. But yeah, oh well, lungs work too. All right guys, so that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. We're gonna get to bed really early and get up really early because we have a big day tomorrow. We have several big days coming up. The next 2 to 3 days are pretty big. I'm supposed to do like about 28 kilometers tomorrow is what I have mapped out, but I've been hearing from others that it's closer to like 17 miles or it's closer to 30 kilometers, so we'll see. It's gonna be a big day, a lot of elevation gain, so looking forward to it.